Welcome to Sheffield by KB Homes right here in Indian Trail. Now this is a single family community that offers ranch and two-story single family floor plans in the neighborhood with square footage ranging from the 1445 all the way up to a whopping 3147 square foot. So there's a good amount of variation in this neighborhood, and it has a great appeal that is really hard to find. So all plans in this neighborhood are going to include 3 to 5 bedrooms and up to 2 to 3 bathrooms as well, with an HOA fee of $1,100 annually, which makes it around $100 a month if you're comparing to other neighborhoods. And now that HOA fee is going to cover just general neighborhood upkeep. With this being a smaller, tight-knit community, the HOA fee is just going to the main amenities that are the walking trails and the general neighborhood upkeep, which is really nice because it keeps your monthly payment low and not having to worry about a crazy expensive HOA with some of these larger, massive neighborhoods, which is what they carry. And like I mentioned, this is a smaller, tight-knit community of only 71 total lots. Now, 34 of those have sold already, and I'm going to dive in real quick and show you around some of that. But if this is your first time to the channel, my name is Will Simoneaux, and I'm a new construction expert with Dreamline Realty. Welcome into Brand New Charlotte Homes. This is our YouTube channel to cover everything you need to know about all the new construction in the greater Charlotte area. So if you're looking for something like that, or if you want to be aware of all the different options that are out there, hit that subscribe button. We have got you guys covered. We're going to give you all the information and data that you need to make sure that you're making a well-rounded decision on either the builder or the location or the right neighborhood for you. So hit that subscribe button. We got you guys covered. But let me dive back in right here and show you around. So the all-in pricing in this neighborhood is going to be varying depending on selections and lot sizes. So one of the things I really like I mentioned about the square footage in the neighborhood, Sheffield, is KB Homes. They really don't name their floor plans anything crazy. They just, plan 1445 is 1445 square foot. But you can expect, on a lot of these builders, they'll advertise, from 362, 990. A lot of times that's not the case with these builders. That's just, a low dollar amount to, grab your attention, get you hooked, and get you investigating and looking in for more. So, but that's generally just going to be the base price, not including lot premiums, selections, and all that good stuff. So realistically, the all-in lowest price in this community, you can expect to be in the lower 400,000 price range, is what I'm seeing with all the things that have sold. And then with the higher end and more premium lots and selections, those homes, the highest base price is going to be 488, but the all-in price, I'm seeing things, selling for around the mid 500,000 price range. So what I'd recommend doing is go in the link in the description below. With that being said, it can be hard to understand the pricing unless you know where to look. I've set up a link to keep up to date on all the current and active inventory in this specific community, so you can go check that out. And even if this neighborhood is already sold out, it will always be active and running, so you can see even what the resale prices are, or if you're in the neighborhood and you have your own home in there and you want to keep an idea on pricing, feel free to go check that out and save that link. But I always think that's really helpful because I know it can be hard to understand some of the pricing there. But like I said, it is a tight-knit community, as you can see right here. You can see there's only those 71 lots coming in off of the main road right here, and hopefully some of the B-roll will give you a better idea idea on what to expect inside the neighborhood itself. But right off of the main road, nice and tucked away, but nice little tight-knit community. You got all these walking trails connecting all these cul-de-sac lots, which is really, really nice. And there are some power lines along this greenway area. If you want to be familiar with that, I always like to make sure people are aware. Some people may be concerned, but honestly, it's a nice little privacy buffer that makes sure that no other lots are generally going to be developed back behind you, and you keep that nice wooded appeal, which is really, really nice. But all these, trail entrances into the greenway are super, super nice and connecting in the neighborhood. So, if you have the family out, or you want to walk the dogs or anything like that, it's going to be very nice and accommodating for that. So one other thing that I want to show you is to get an idea on where the neighborhood is at. So I'm not showing you Wellington Point, but if you want to go check that out, I have done a video on Wellington Point recently. But let's dive right into Sheffield by KB Homes and show you the area that it's in so you can get a better understanding. Because if you're looking at options for real estate, location is key. All right, and let's check out that location for you. Hopping in here, you can see the neighborhood is in that red pin, and I like to hop on the satellite real quick, and it just gives you a little bit better on bearings if you're not familiar with the area. So again, like I mentioned, right off the main road, nice and tucked away, nice tight-knit community, and just surrounded by a ton of mature trees, which is super, super nice. So gives you a nice quiet feel that a lot of people are looking for if you're looking to come out to this Indian Trail area, getting a little bit farther away from Charlotte. So let me show you how far away from Charlotte, because if you're not familiar with the area, that is going to be a big thing. Location is key. So this is going to be Charlotte right here. You are going to be, if I had to guess right now, I'm shooting this video at around 4 o'clock. You're going to be about 35 minutes into Uptown to Charlotte, but I'll actually plug it in for you right now in a second. But you can see Indian Trail is realistically right here, but you're just in between this, Mint Hill, Midland area and Indian Trail, where you get a little bit more a rural feel, but you're really, really still accessible to a lot of the amenities that are needed right here off of Interstate 74, which is really nice. That just drops you right into Charlotte right here, and really right next down to Matthews area as well. So a ton of amenities are nearby, but again, you get a nice tucked away rural feel that a lot of people are looking for nowadays, with a lot of people doing more hybrid remote work and things of that nature, where you don't have to go into Uptown every single day, or things of that nature where you're a lot more flexible and you want that privacy. So hopping in right here, again, going into Satellite, again, you can see more wooded areas and everything like that. Tons of golf courses. I've played a lot over here. Charlotte National is right down the road from you. You've got Emerald Lake Golf Club, Old Sycamore Golf, and just a lot of different options over out this way. So if you're a golf fanatic, this is a great option for you. But realistically, we're talking, if you're making an investment like this, you're going to want to look at the day-to-day things. Indian Trail, like I mentioned, is right off of Interstate 74. It can get pretty congested right here during rush hour, but all of your amenities, and I like to look at, again, this satellite type view, you can just see how it turns into more commercial density and things of that nature. But you got Biscuitville, Chick-fil-A, tons of fast food options, restaurants. You got a Walmart right there. You have a Lowe's, Home Depot, and tons of car dealerships and things of that nature. Publix, and a whole bunch of parks and disc golf courses and things of that nature, that it's all going to be within about a 5-7 minute drive, even with traffic. You're not going to get a ton of traffic off of these back roads right here. So, but yeah, let me hop in real quick and show you the drive time and see how close I was to the driving distance to Charlotte. So we're looking at about 46 minutes. So getting some congestion here right now, again, shooting at 4 o'clock right now. So a little bit longer than what I had anticipated, but realistically, if you're going at a different point in time of day, you should be closer to 35 to 40 minutes at max, just depending on the time of day that you're going. All right, and then if you travel a lot, I like to do this one as well. I know a lot of people that watch these videos are either going to the airport a lot or want to be aware of what the driving distance is. 57 minutes, and you can see on Google here that is in the red. So we're getting some traffic right now as I shoot the video, but realistically, again, should be closer to 40-ish minutes, 45 minutes to get into that airport area or into Uptown. So showing you the map again, let me change that for you. It is so nice to be right where this location is. You're right down the road from Interstate 485, which is this loop that takes you all the way around Charlotte. So again, you have tons of stuff to do over here. If I zoom in, the bearing. So again, you got your pin right here for the neighborhood, and then you got Sam's Club, Costco, and a whole bunch of commercial density right here in this Matthews area. You can just see how dense it is. Tons of stuff to do. You got a lot more options right there, and then you have more quaint downtown area of Mint Hill, where there's some options as well that a lot of people would like to go check out. But main reason I'm saying that is that there's a ton of options off of this 485 loop that you're realistically is going to be a 30-minute drive to anywhere based on where you are from getting on to the ramp to 485 from Sheffield. So the location is awesome, being so close to the interstate itself, 45, as well as 74. But 45 is a major hub, and you can go all the way up to Concord Mills, Harrisburg area. They got the River District that's about to be blown up. Go to Carowinds, have fun at Carowinds, ride some roller coasters, enjoy the day. But just the location is very much key. Now, one thing I also want to talk to you about is all the options that are out there. Now, we were talking about location. These are all the other options that are in Indian Trail. So if you're looking specifically for Indian Trail, don't make a decision on Sheffield just yet. Make sure you absorb all the options that are out there. Calico Ridge is another neighborhood that we've already done a video on that I think would be a great fit for you. I do think the price point is going to be a little bit more elevated than what you see in Sheffield, but I believe Empire is going to give you a little bit more wider lots and just a little bit more customization options potentially. But I like working with Empire a lot, and I've had nothing but great feedback from any of our clients that have gone through their process. But again, the price point is most likely going to be elevated compared to Sheffield. Now, there is a 55 plus neighborhood as well if you want to bring your grandparents or parents along with you into the Indian Trail area, Esplanade at Northgate, that I've done a video on as well. But that one is nearing completion. But there's plenty of other options, and you can see this other neighborhood by True Homes Fairview Forest is an option as well, but we're getting out of budget. But main reason I want to show you this is that there's other options in the community around the corner. Now, for some reason, these are all the neighborhoods that I have not done a video on yet, but they're in development. So you can see we got, how many is this? We got 5 different neighborhoods in the works or have already broke ground that I just have not done a video yet. As options. So you have Heritage, which is a large 55 plus development already in the works that is doing some sales around the corner. This is one that is very, very comparable, I would say, to Sheffield. It's probably about a 2-mile drive from Sheffield, and it's by D.R. Horton. They're going to be having single family and I believe townhomes, and they should be breaking ground fairly soon. So if you want to make sure you're making a wise decision, hit that subscribe button, because I'm going to be going out there getting content for Sanctuary at Southgate as well, to make sure you're well informed and can keep track of all the new development that's going on. But it's really interesting to see all the stuff, the development that's happening. But if you're realistically looking at Indian Trail, I would definitely stay open to Monroe as well. So other ones is that I would say in Monroe area is going to be Wellington Point. It's a video that I've already done on that community. It's another KB Homes community where you can get a little bit more bang for your buck. You're going a little bit further out, but still relatively close to that Indian Trail option that I think it might be worth considering to get a little bit more bang for your dollar. So overall, that's a good breakdown on the neighborhood for you here. Just wanted to give you as many options on the table and give you a good rundown on the neighborhood itself. But let me dive you through this model home here by KB Homes to have an idea on what to expect with their quality and finishes and all that good stuff. But again, hopefully this was helpful. If you got any value out of this video, hit that like button. That helps me out a ton in putting out content just like this for you on all the other neighborhoods. We have a large goal on knocking out a ton of neighborhoods this year for you. So again, if you want to stay updated on that, be sure to subscribe. But if you want to go check out the neighborhood inventory or any other of our resources that we have, go in the description below. We have all the information there for you. But again, I hope this was helpful for you, and I'll see you on the next one.